Okay, let's be honest. Marvel used to be the absolute king of the box office, right? But lately, you kind of get the feeling the magic isn't quite there. And smack in the middle of all that uncertainty is their biggest hero, Spider-Man. So today, we're going to dive into what might be his most important and controversial chapter yet, Brand New Day.
And yeah, that name, Brand New Day, keeps popping up everywhere. But it really boils down to one simple question. Is this the brilliant back-to-basics comeback that Spider-Man desperately needs? Or is this just another massive, high-stakes gamble for Marvel?
I mean, we've all felt it, haven't we? The last few years for Marvel have been a real roller coaster. A few big hits and a few big misses. And that's exactly why this next move for Peter Parker is so critical. The pressure to get this one right is absolutely massive.
So, to really understand why Brand New Day is such a big deal, we gotta rewind. We have to remember the absolutely gut-wrenching place we last saw Peter Parker.
It all kicks off right there, at that devastating ending of Spider-Man No Way Home. You remember how that felt, right? That finale just completely wiped the slate clean for our guy by taking away literally everything he cared about.
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. The entire world forgot he even exists. MJ, Ned, his best friends, no clue who he is. He's been erased. For the very first time, Peter Parker is completely, utterly alone.
And this line just nails it. He's still a hero to the city, but in his own life, he's a nobody, a complete zero. This isolation isn't just a sad ending, you know? It's the entire foundation for whatever's coming next.
And this is where the whole idea of a brand new day really starts to get interesting. Because this clean slate, as tragic as it is, opens up some genuinely exciting possibilities. It's a chance to get back to his roots.
Now, if you're not deep into the comics, you might be wondering, what exactly is Brand New Day? Well, it's a term from the comics that means exactly what it sounds like. It's a hard reset on a character's life, a totally fresh start.
A better way to think about it? It's a factory reset on Peter Parker. You know, all the complicated history and baggage wiped clean. He's back to his most essential, basic self.
So what does that actually look like? Well, gone is the globe-trotting Avenger with all the Stark tech. Say hello to the friendly neighborhood hero in a homemade suit who literally can't pay his rent. The stakes aren't about saving the universe anymore. They're about surviving in New York City.
And if you're a street-level hero, you need street-level threats. We're getting away from the giant cosmic bad guys and diving headfirst into the gritty, grimy criminal underworld of the city. The rumor mill is churning, and the big one is that we might finally see Spidey go head-to-head with Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin himself. Can you imagine that fight? A real battle for the soul of the city. And hey, remember way back in the Homecoming post-credit scene, Mac Gargan, aka the Scorpion? Well, we might finally get the payoff for that tease after all these years.
And of course, this is the one everyone's talking about. With both heroes back on the ground, a proper Spider-Man and Daredevil team-up doesn't just feel possible, it feels inevitable. It's the crossover we've all been dreaming of.
But let's pump the brakes for a second. As exciting as all of this sounds, we have to be real. This whole new direction is a massive gamble. There is a very real chance it could all go completely wrong.
And the biggest problem is that inconsistency we talked about. For a story like Brand New Day, which needs to be so personal and character-focused, a miss isn't just a bad movie. It could be a disaster for Spider-Man as a character.
On top of that, I think a lot of us are feeling a bit of multiverse overload. People seem to be getting tired of that whole thing, and they're hungry for something a bit more grounded, more personal.
So here's the bottom line. We're all expecting this deep, emotional story. The danger is that we just get a movie that coasts on the hype from No Way Home without really having a strong story of its own.
But what if they nail it? What if they play their cards just right? This huge gamble could be exactly what we need to strip away all the spectacle and remind everyone what makes Spider-Man so special in the first place.
I mean, really think about it. The guy has lost everything. The tech, the mentors, his future at MIT, every single piece of the life he was building for himself has been just wiped away.
And even more than the what, it's the who. He's lost everyone. The love he had with MJ, his best friend and Ned, the guidance of Aunt May. It's all gone. He truly has no one left.
And yet, after all of that pain, all of that loss and grief and isolation, he still puts on that mask. He still swings out there every night to help other people. And that, right there, that is the core of who this character is. That's the real essence of Spider-Man. A kid who has had everything taken away from him, but still chooses day after day to be a hero. This is the story that could make us all fall in love with him all over again.
So, we're back where we started. Is Brand New Day going to be the epic comeback that Marvel needs? Or will it just be another failed experiment? Who knows? But one thing is for sure. Peter Parker's life may be back at square one, but for Spider-Man, this is just the beginning of a brand new day.